Hello friends, welcome to No Junk. This video is all about Indian paramilitary forces, busting some of your myths and giving you a glimpse of reality. Now just hold on and see what is there waiting to be revealed. Welcome back, but before we move further, let us first examine the difference between an armed force, a paramilitary force and a police force. Armed forces consist of the army, the navy and the air force. Their primary objective is to safeguard the country, and if the need arises, they can also aid in humanitarian relief and internal conflict control. On the other hand, a paramilitary force performs the dual role of border security and policing, whereas a police is engaged in civilian policing and maintenance of law and order. I think most of you must be familiar with paramilitary forces and knowing them as Central Reserve Police Force CRPF, Border Security Force BSF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP, Central Industrial Security Force CISF and Sashastra Seema Bal SSB. In fact, this is the biggest myth. People think them as paramilitary forces because both print and electronic media use the word paramilitary for these forces. I have also found various YouTube videos showing them as paramilitary forces, which is both officially and factually incorrect. Actually, these are Central Armed Police Forces, which are under the direct control of Ministry of Home Affairs. Then there are other forces as well. These are also not paramilitary forces. These are special forces raised to perform some specific functions. First is NSG or National Security Guard. It was created for counter hijacking and hostages like situations, and it was used during 26/11 Mumbai terror attack. Now comes the second force, that is Para-SF or Para-Troopers of Indian Army, who recently carried out a successful surgical strike in one of our neighboring country. Then comes Garud Commando Force of Indian Air Force. Then there is Marcos, which is a special force of Indian Navy. Then we have Commando Battalion for Resolute Action or Cobra Force, which is a part of CRPF. This force has mastery in jungle warfare and ranks among the best forces in Asia. Again, these are not paramilitary forces, these are special forces. If you like to know more about them, then please write down in the comment section below. Now question comes, if these are not paramilitary forces, then what is? Paramilitary forces are those forces which support and assist armed forces in their working and having an armed force command element, that is officers from armed forces as their head. Officially, there are three paramilitary forces in India. First is Indian Coast Guard. It came into being as an independent service on August 19, 1978. Since its inception, the Coast Guard has acquired a wide range of capabilities, both surface and airborne, to undertake the assigned tasks during peacetime and to supplement the efforts of Indian Navy during war. Coast Guard performs various functions like safety and protection to artificial island and offshore terminals, protection and assistance to fishermen at sea, preservation and protection of marine environment, prevention and control of marine pollution, assistance to customs and other authorities in anti-smuggling operations, and coastal security in territorial waters, and so on. Now comes the second paramilitary force of India, the Assam Rifles. It is popularly known as the Sentinel of Northeast and the Friends of Hill People. Assam Rifles has a very interesting history. It was raised as Catcher Levy in 1835. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce that C word, but it is the oldest central paramilitary force in India. Its history goes like this. Assam came under the British rule after the conclusion of Anglo-Burmese War in 1826 and was followed by economic growth and prosperity in the region. Prosperity of the region witnessed new settlements coming up in different places, offering attractive targets for trans-border foray of tribals, posing a serious threat to British industry and plantation in Assam. In order to meet the threat posed by tribals to tea gardens, it was decided to raise a militia body as a separate force under the civil government, and this new organization was Assam Rifle. At inception, it was essentially a civil force and merely acted as a strong arm of local administration. Gradually, as the forward policy was adopted by the British government, the task of militia changed from mainly defensive to positively offensive. In recent times, it has acquired a very important role in India's security establishment and it performs several important functions. For example, it provides security in northeastern region of India. It guards the Indo-Myanmar border. It also helps army in counter-insurgency operation in northeast. In nutshell, it is the most important force of Indian government providing security to northeastern region of the country. Now we move to our third and the last paramilitary force, which is less famous than the previous two forces. This is Special Frontier Force or SFF. Actually, most of the information about this force is classified and there is very little in public domain. In fact, it is a covert paramilitary special force which operates under the India's External Intelligence Agency RAW. Actually, it was created in 1962 with an aim to carry out covert operations behind the Chinese lines in case of war. Essentially, it was known as Establishment 22 because of its first Inspector General, Major General Sujan Singh Uban of Indian Army, who used to be the commander of 22 Mountain Regiment. Initially, it consists of Tibetan refugees, but later on, Indian became an integral part of it. It had successfully carried out various operations like Operation Eagle during Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971, Operation Blue Star in Punjab. Also, it had successfully provided security to Prime Minister after Indira Gandhi's assassination because SPG was not created till that time. If you found this video informative, then my job has already been done. Thank you for watching this video.